So hello everyone and welcome to Sunday Brunch. It's the second to last Sunday brunch that we have on the Circle of Life wheel. And the theme today is career. So we're just going to be doing a couple of personality tests. I'm also going to send some different questions that you can think about the answers to, and to just really think about what lights you up, where are your passions? Because although the topic is career, and actually for those of you guys on the call, I'd really love to know, just put a 1 if you want this business to be your career, like you want this as your full-time only income, and a 2 if you just want to build this business for other reasons. So whether it's part-time income for the community, the self-development, anything else that isn't, I want this to be my main job. So 1 is, this is my only job, want it to be my only job, and 2 is, I want to have, a few different jobs. And you maybe don't see this one as your main income, just like a second one. Okay, we've got lots of 1s, which is interesting, which is why you're probably all on this call, right? Because you are the ones who are committed, and you're the ones who will get there as well, because you're here, you're showing up. Like there's other things you could be doing on a Sunday morning, but you are here. Second full-time income from Carly, great. Yeah, there's no reason why you can't have 2 full-time incomes, why you can't have, your job and this. I do think when you start earning more from this than you do in your job, that might change, but it might not. Like you might be happy just doing both, which is great. I know some people love their jobs as well. Want it to be 1. Okay, so the reason why we're still talking about career is because although you might see this as your career option, you can build this business however you want. So I'm really encouraging you to think just a little bit bigger than I want to get to NMD or PMD. Like think bigger. You've really got to find what your great skill is. So think of all of the top leaders that right? They get asked to speak at events like Dan, for example, my mentor Dan often gets asked to speak about leadership. Harriet, I know she's on this call, often gets asked to speak about recruitment and how to share the opportunity with people and how to use social media and build a community. So, those are things that they are known for. Like, what are you known for? What's your skill? Maybe it's health, maybe it's fitness. In fact, maybe share in the comments if you know what it might be. Maybe yours is leadership or sales or recruitment, or it could be even something like, I don't know, it could be community. It could be that you're known for a specific platform. You could be known for TikTok. You could be known for Instagram. You could be known for your live videos. You could be known for doing live workouts. Like, what are you known for? Are you known for hosting Zoom calls? Maybe you don't know right now, and that's okay, because hopefully this call is going to help you figure out a couple of things. Maybe you're known for, I know we've got some of the girls from the Fit Rider movement on, so maybe you're known for being a horsey person and you can connect with people from that. Like I haven't got a clue when it comes to horses, but I know that you girls have, so maybe you're known for that on social media. Maybe you're known for being a mum, an inspirational mum who manages to do all of these different things. Like, what are you known for? And that it's got to be so niched down, especially when you're starting to build up your following. Like, you've really got to have it, like if you're speaking to everyone, you're speaking to no one. And if you're serious about making it, like if you're serious about being a professional network marketer, then you have to have that niche. And it's something that I'm still trying to figure out, and you definitely don't do it overnight. But it's something to maybe just go away from this call and think about, like, okay, who am I? What's my story? If someone was going to ask me to present at an event or on a Zoom call, what is my story that I would share? What is my short presentation? The one that you do over and over and over again. And people go, Sophie, can you share that talk? We loved it. Can you do it at this event? Or Antonia, can you share that presentation that you did, because we love it. We want to see it again. And I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but when you have people like Fraser Brooks, all of these people that are top in the industry, they share the same presentation and the same story over and over and over and over again. And that's because they're known for it. So it's figuring out what you're known for, and maybe if this business isn't, you don't want this to be your only full-time income, there's still a lot of lessons you can apply here when you think, what am I really living to my fullest potential in my current job and in my current situation, or is there more that I'm capable of? Is there something that aligns with me a bit more and brings out the best of me a bit more? So I've got some questions to read out to you guys, and just grab your self-development notebook and maybe write a few things that just pop into your head. So just bullet point. I'm not going to read all the sentences out too many times, so just pick the ones that resonate with you. And maybe if someone's a super fast typer, you can type in the chat bar so everyone can save it. So the first task to do after this Zoom call is make a list of your strengths and interests and how they can translate into your business or your career, your day-to-day work. So you'll make a list of your strengths and your interests. Okay. Then the next one that you want to do is look for people that are already working within those fields. So for example, maybe someone can share what instantly popped into their head, or maybe something that you quickly just wrote down. So something that was your strength or an interest of yours. Let's say, for example, you put down, let's say you put down finance. Maybe finance is something that's of interest to you. So what you then are going to do is go and find people that are building a social media or network marketing business, but are focusing on finance. So educating around finance, how it can improve your wealth, your mindset, like saving tips, all of those kind of things, and find someone who niches in it. Anyone got any strengths or interests they want to share as an example? So it could be your current job. Maybe think, why are you at your current job? What do you like about it? Maybe it's marketing. Maybe you want to focus on how to use social media for marketing, and find someone who's building a network marketing business but focuses on those things. No one want to share? I bet everyone's half asleep this morning. You guys need to wake up. It's December. It's Christmas. There's so many people out there right now, like fired up, ready to go. So do whatever you need to do to do that. If you need to just shake your hands a little bit, then do it. Haley works in travel because she loves. Okay, great. So travel is an amazing one. So that's such a good interest to have. And yeah, like you said, the business will give you the opportunity to travel more. But what you want to focus on is the fact that travel is something you love. And then you want to find someone who is building it, because I know, Haley, you said that you want this to be your full-time income. So what you want to do is find someone who's building a network marketing business, but focusing on travel. So they're sharing travel tips, they're sharing, I know we can't do it at the moment, but they're sharing maybe throwback photos or photos like they're reposting photos like, oh my gosh, how beautiful is this place? Or tag a friend who'd like to go here, all of that kind of stuff. And then we've got everything medical related for Carly. Yeah, so Carly, I know that is your career path. Again, find someone who is building, a business, or they're using social media to educate people on, I know you're doing this already, but educate people on, anything related to medical health, all of these things, and find someone who's already doing it. And then you can always reach out to them for support or guidance, or, a lot of these people are adding so much value that you'll probably pick up some things anyway. Another thing is to join communities that are within your tribe, your audience, whatever you want to use, the community, and build the authentic relationships. So you might be able to start doing this in person now because of the lockdown restrictions lifted. But there's also so many groups on Facebook and, social media platforms where you can genuinely and authentically connect with these people. So for Hayley, you can find some travel groups, build those relationships there. Carly, you can find some medical groups on Facebook, build some connections there. And then remember, it's about being patient. So when you are starting, I'm just going to relate this to our business just for the sake of it, because most of you said that you want this to be your main income. But if you don't, apply this to your job or outside of this business. So when you're starting, when you're building up, you need to have your niche. You need to be really specific. I'd say if you have a following of under maybe, to be honest, I'd probably say even under 20 to 50,000. If you have a following less than that, you need to be really specific with who you're talking to, what your thing is. And then once you've gone all in on that niche and people start to buy into you and they start to know who you are because of the value you've given them on that particular topic, then you can start to branch out into other interests and other things, but you need to be really specific at first. So hopefully this helps you, and maybe Hayley, for you it is travel, and maybe Carly, for you it is medical. So focus on that. Don't bring in, health and fitness too much. Like, you can share you, and if we take Instagram or Facebook as an example of how to actually do this, on your stories, share everything about you, what products you use, what your day looks like, what your interests are. But on where you're showing your content, that's where you want to be showing the things that you really love, the things that really light you up. And that's why it's good to get so specific on this. And it will make you feel good as well when you're sharing something that is super passionate, you're super passionate about, and it's so easy for you to share. You'll find it flows more natural. So just some things here is about accepting, loving the work you do, is to request. I can't speak this morning. I'm sorry guys, I did have 4 hours sleep, so bear with me. So you want to work on things that interest you. So you want to pick topics that light you up, and don't pick a topic that doesn't light you up. You might be inspired by someone and you love what they do and you have so much respect for them on like a friendship or mentor level and social media, but if what they're doing doesn't truly light you up and bring you joy, then don't do it. Do the thing that does. And if that means you feel a little bit like you're being different, then run with it. Like, be you, be you, because there's other people that have the same interest as you, and they're looking for a leader to add that value and someone they can go and connect with. So first of all, figure out what it is, and second of all, just focus on that one thing that interests you. Surround yourself with people who support you and lift you up. Accept constructive feedback and work towards improving your weak points. So whether this is in a job environment or business, accepting that constructive feedback is really powerful, and we have to let our ego go. There's something so powerful in just asking someone who looks up to you. This is the best person to ask, is someone who looks up to you. Don't ask someone who you look up to, but ask someone who looks up to you and say, can you give me some constructive feedback on whatever, whether it's whether you're mentoring someone or whether it's in your job or whatever it is. You might want to just ask a colleague and just say, like, can you give me some feedback based on what you've seen from how I work in my job, or what you've heard from other people, and be prepared for be prepared for whatever the answer is. You might feel a bit like, oh, wasn't expecting that, but be prepared for it, because that's when the power, that's where the power is. Okay. Another thing is just motivating yourself by giving yourself really small little rewards. So when you accomplish goals, maybe go and give yourself a massage, or treat yourself to a long walk, or go to, I don't know, you could do a weekend away, something like that. Book a nice Airbnb, book a nice hotel, have these rewards for yourself when you achieve small little wins, whatever they are, whether it's business, career, whatever. And if you are working in a job at the moment, by the way, you guys, like apply these things to your job as well as your business, because you'll start to find then that your mindset around your job is almost different, because you start to feel grateful for it, because you know that you're learning the lessons whilst you're in that work environment that you can then apply to business. Making your office more attractive, more positive, more fun, more light. You can add flowers. So again, your home office or your work office, add flowers, add color. Spoken about feng shui before. That's a really amazing tool to use. So write that down if you never heard that before and you want to hear more. It's called feng shui. So Fengshi. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. I just want to make sure that we get everything covered. So the next thing is, if you are, and I'm gonna talk to the people right now that are working in jobs. If you are in a job that you don't truly love, you are just there to pay the bills or just keep you afloat whilst you build this network marketing thing. If you're in a job just for that reason, it's time to find something else. It really is. And there may only be a couple of you right now that this is resonating with, but if you do not enjoy your job, find something else, because it's going to hold you back so much from really stepping into who you truly are and adding value to people. You know, like I knew in my last job, I was made redundant from it in the end, but I knew it wasn't serving me anymore. It was holding me back. I wasn't able to be creative and do all the things that really light me up and bring me happiness and bring me joy. I wasn't around the right people. I knew that it was time to change. So look for fresh opportunities. They're out there. It can be scary, especially if you've been in a job for a while, but honor yourself and allow yourself that opportunity to do something new and something fresh. And always keep good relationships with your past employees, past employers. You never want to burn bridges. Something I hear a lot of people doing, especially when they leave their job to do this business full time, is kind of burning those bridges with their last job. And it's not because you want to go back to that job, but it's just because you don't want that kind of energy floating around. And I'm actually good friends with some of my colleagues, not the ones who I worked with closely, but other people I worked with in my company. And they're so supportive of what I do outside of work. And especially more so now that I've left. So just keep those relationships. If it's time for something new, just make sure you kind of play it down a little bit, what you're doing. You don't want to be like, oh, well, I'm going to go and achieve all of this. And it's going to be so much better than my job. And I hated it here anyway. Like, just don't really want to create that kind of energy. So these are just things for you all to think about. You know, it's going to be different things resonate with each of you. So we're going to do a couple of personality tests. Depends how many we have time for. We may only have time just for one. But what I'm going to do is read out a few different ones, and then I'll send all the links at the end of this call. So you can go away, you can do these tests in your own time, and they might just give you an insight into whether what you're interested in and what lights you up is aligning with your day-to-day schedule. So it will just give you an insight into that. So the first one is 24 signature strengths. So has anyone heard of this assessment? Yes or no? It's called 24 signature strengths. So we've got a no from Antonia, no. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, cool. So this one, the 24 strengths basically fall under 6 main virtues. And the 6 virtues are wisdom and knowledge, courage, humanity, justice, temperance, and transcendence. So they were the 6 virtues. And then within each of the virtue, there's 3 to 5 strengths within it. So I'm going to send... We're not going to do this one together, but please just bookmark the link, copy it to your notes. Maybe have a notes section on your phone that just says personality tests and save them all in there, and you can go back then regularly and do them. So that's the first one. Okay, so I'll just let you copy and paste that. Okay, so the second one is the Big Five personality test. Has anyone heard of that one, the Big Five personality test? Carly has, great. Carly, have you done the test? No from Sophie. It's also known as the 5-factor model, if you've heard of that. Okay, Sophie has. Jasmine, no. If I start reading it out, it may jog your memory if you're not sure. So the 5 factors are openness to experience, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and extroversion. Okay, so they're the 5 personalities. I'm going to copy the link for you guys. Okay, so save that one to your notes. That's called the Big Five personality test. And some of you may love doing these personality tests. Some of you may think they're a waste of time. They're definitely not a waste of time, because not only are you getting awareness of yourself, you're also building your awareness of other people and how you can connect with other people and how you can add value to other people. I'm going to use Carly as an example because I know her video's on, she's in the chat, and she's in my team. I got Carly to do a couple of personality tests when she joined our community, and she actually had similar results to mine, which instantly I know that I can connect with her and I know how she works in some areas, and I think she'll agree with this. Because sometimes she'll say, how did you know that I was going to ask for that? And it's because I know we have a similar personality in some areas. So knowing this about yourself and then being able to see this in other people is, I genuinely think this is the most powerful skill you can have, is being able to connect with people and understanding people. There's a lot of people that I don't understand because our personalities are completely different. But what I am trying to do is really try to work on that. I have to work on my own flaws to be able to connect with those people on a deeper level. So it's really, really powerful. Please do take some time to do these tests, and do them without distractions as well. You know, it's, if you do them whilst you're listening to music or you're talking to someone else, you'll probably find your results aren't as accurate as if you shut yourself in a room for half hour or so, had a nice drink, put a candle on, felt good in yourself, and then did the test. You'll probably find your results are totally different. Okay, the next one, I hadn't heard of this one before. This is the ESCI test. This is your emotional and social competence inventory. So it's a bit long-winded, but basically what it is, I'm sure you guys have all heard of emotional intelligence before, which in a sentence is the ability to identify, understand, harness, and manage your own emotions and the emotions of others. So a really, really powerful skill if you can tap into it. So the 4 basic emotional components that the ESCI measures are your self-awareness, your social awareness, your self-management, and your relationship management. So this is really good if you want to be a leader and you want to grow a big organization and you want to think big and serve and help a lot of people, then this will probably be a really good test to do. So I'm going to save this one in the chat bar. Okay, there you go. So that one's the ESCI. Had anyone heard of that one, by the way, just out of curiosity? Maybe if you're in a job where you're a manager or something like that, they may have got you to do this test. No. Anyone else? Oh, come on, guys, wake up. It's Sunday morning. It's nearly Christmas. Let's have some more energy. Maybe we should have done a bit of Zumba this morning. No. I've heard of something similar from Danielle. Yeah, there's probably quite a lot of tests that are similar things. I think sometimes they have different names as well, but it's the same test. Okay. The next one is, and by the way, you don't have to do all of these tests, just pick maybe a couple and then do like a couple next month or whatever. So this one is called the Holland Codes. Has anyone heard of this one, Holland Codes? No. No, no, no. No. No, 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 no. Okay. So this one is basically there's different themes which relate to both personality and type of work environment. So the main themes here are realistic, social, investigative, enterprising, conventional, and artistic. So this is actually similar to the 6 types personality test. You might have done that one. I think I've mentioned it on a call before. But it's often used in career and self-development to assess, you know, what work environments are compatible for your personality. Which obviously then if you're matched up with a job that suits your personality, you're going to have overall better job satisfaction. So this is quite a good one to do. I'm going to send that in the chat. And we're actually going to do this one together now. So just open the link. You should be able to access it. If anyone has trouble opening the link, just let me know and I can have a look. I'm just going to pause the recording. So if you're watching this back, just pause it for yourself to complete the exercise, and then you can re-pause and continue with the rest of the Zoom. I've just been talking to myself and you guys couldn't hear me. I wondered why you weren't responding. That's so funny. Carly's done. Danielle, would you mind sharing a bit more about your results? Are you able to unmute? Can you thumbs up if you're, yeah, okay, great.
Well, now that I've thought about it, actually, it doesn't surprise me because I'm a teacher. So my biggest one was social occupational interest.
Yeah.
Which if I clicked on the link to say what the jobs were, it came up with being teachers. So, but I just thought, like, after all those questions, I thought it was really interesting that they came up with that, because the questions were really random. Like, I even did the extra 6 or something questions, and I was like, I was really surprised to like see that was definitely my dominant thing, because I always want to help people, and I always want to like, in a way, help people but not realize I'm helping people. So it was interesting for me to see, but it also surprised me to see that, like, this test could show me that that's actually where my interests are.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So would you say, like, you're in alignment with, you know, what you're doing day to day?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, it also links, doesn't it, to helping people with our business as well. So I think that's what surprised me, is the fact that this test is showing me that this business is also the right path for me, even if, like, I haven't had the greatest year as I've hoped. It's still showing me where I'm going is correct for me.
Yeah, for sure. And I missed the first bit. So you said about, did it say that your recommended job was as a teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You can click on the link that says suitable careers, and I clicked on that and it started recommending middle school teachers in America.
That's amazing. So what I'd say, Danielle, like if I was in your position right now, I would be on my social media channels teaching. And like every post I do, like teach, and pick the thing. Like, what do you like teaching about the most? What's your thing that you love to teach?
Um, well, that's a bit hard because at the moment I teach like the entire primary school, so like I do so many different roles at the school I'm at. But like one of the questions that's really stuck with me is, do I want to help a child read or learn to read? And that's one of the hardest things coming from South Africa, because it was something that wasn't taught properly there. And since moving to the UK and teaching here, it's one of my strongest suits. I feel that I've like picked up on. So yeah, definitely reading and things like that. But yeah, I also like looking up information on things, especially like our products and things like that. So yeah, it all tied in.
That's so amazing, and I'm glad that you found something in there that that you maybe didn't know before, like something that's made you feel a bit more comfortable, which is great. Thank you so much for sharing. Was there anything else you wanted to share that you found there, or?
Not really. I mean, I got artistic, which is quite surprising because I don't feel I'm artistic at all. But that was a lot lower than the social. But
Yeah.
I think overall the whole result kind of showed me that where I'm going and where I'm heading is really where I should be going right now, and how much of I don't know how to explain it properly, but like how much of my path has changed since moving to the UK and since joining Juice Plus and everything. So yeah, I just found it really interesting. So yeah.
That's amazing. From what you've shared, I can tell that you're a really great storyteller. So I would go all in on that. Like that's something I'm really not good at. I'm not good at writing. I don't enjoy teaching, like as in like the traditional teaching, like this interactive teaching. I like this, but I would go all in on that of what you're great at and what you really enjoy, and use that to connect with people. Like which is so amazing. So thank you so much for sharing. Oh, thank you, Charlotte, for your comment. I've actually removed her now from the Zoom. It's just inappropriate, really. I don't know who she is, whose team she is, but maybe if you know who Jade is and she's in your team or she's a sideline, maybe just let her upline know that she can't be posting inappropriate things like that on a Zoom call. But it doesn't bother me. You're always going to have people be not very nice. Does anyone have anything that they want to share that they picked up from the test? Or maybe maybe it was stuff you already knew, like maybe you already knew that you're on the right career path, you're oh, you guys are so lovely. Thanks. I worked for it. I built it myself. It just goes to show, like on a slightly off topic here. So Carly, mine was specialist doctor, which is very interesting. Shows me I'm doing the right thing. Great. It's so good to know. And there's a lot of people that unfortunately aren't doing what what really resonates and aligns with them. So it's great to hear that some of you guys are. It's so powerful. Sophie, was that your results? Drama teacher and choreographer. That's crazy. Haley, mine was social, enterprising, and conventional. Jobs, flight attendant, travel advisor, compliance officer. My previous job was compliance manager, so very accurate, interesting. It's funny how sometimes we just like end up doing what we were meant to do without even really realizing that connection. I was really surprised by mine. Haven't done them since university. I used to get a lot of social results. Today was more artistic. That's really interesting. Things change as we change, don't they? Thank you, Antonia. There is a saying, isn't there? If you do nothing, you can never be wrong. So the more you do, yeah, 100%. Bye. I was surprised at mine. I got socialized, but I'm actually a massive introvert. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So maybe that's an area to look at yourself, is like, why did those results come up? And is there maybe you are like, being introverted, by the way, does not mean that you don't like socializing and that you don't like to be around people. It just means that you recharge from time on your own. So there's a lot of incredible leaders, incredible people doing so much with with other people, like whether it's in social or self-development or public speaking or whatever, and these people that you just would never believe that they're introverted because they socialize so much, but the reason they're introverted is because they have to have their own time to recharge. So there's this and I was totally naive about it a few years ago as well, but there's this belief that being introverted means you're shy and you don't like being around people, and that is not the case. So Jasmine, I'd say the fact that you got socialized, I maybe have a think like how you could have more of that in your life if that's something that if those results are accurate and that's something that truly does light you up, and that's where you feel like you're being the best version of you, then I really go all in on that and see how you can have that more in your life. Thank you guys so much for sharing some of your results from those tests. Obviously, I've sent you some other ones. You can do them in your own time. But I think my main point on this call is, first of all, look at your current job that you're working alongside this business, or there's Luna. Look at the job you're working alongside this business and just think, is it really serving you? Like, or is it just something that you're comfortable doing? Have you been there for a while? Is it just you're part of the furniture? Like, you go, you know what to do, you know everyone, like, it's so comfortable for you? Or is it something that truly lights you up and it keeps you feeling fresh and energized, and you're genuinely excited to wake up and go to work? So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is apply some of this content and these insights into your business and the people you're trying to speak to and the people you're trying to attract. So, Danielle's results said that, she's great as being a teacher. That's where she's the best version of herself. So she can use that. She can teach. And actually, it's a really, really good trait to have, because we're in a business where you just add value, so much value to other people. And then what else we had Carly, medic, specialist, doctor. Yep. So like on your social media channels, you want to be sharing specialist information like to do with health that the average person wouldn't know, because that's what's so natural to you. Like that's what your interests are. Sophie, drama teacher and choreographer. I know you're already doing this, but because you're a drama teacher and that's what lights you up, doing social Zoom calls and getting people like, I remember at school when we did drama, you'd have those exercises where you have to just let yourself go, and it was like role play, those kind of things. And I know, Sophie, you're really great at doing those kind of social Zoom calls, not so much role play. I do dress up, but doing those things to get people, out of their comfort zone and lose their inhibitions. That's the thing, isn't it? And then what else have we got? So Hayley had quite a lot of different things: social, enterprising, conventional. Yeah, so I maybe think that one's quite a tricky one because it's so broad, but I maybe think about the one thing that really lights you up the most and think, okay, how can I apply this to my business? Like, what's really easy for me? Like, what am I good at doing, like on a day-to-day basis? And then you can share with others. Cool. Does anyone have anything else they want to share or want to ask? Because I'm going to end this Zoom call now. We've been here for over an hour, so thanks for hanging out with me. We're not going to do the power hour today just because I've got day 3 of GoPro. So I need to make myself some food and hang out there. And then maybe one Zoom call, I'll share with you guys some of the amazing content that has been there at GoPro this weekend. Cool, no questions. Well, I hope everyone has an amazing day and that you get some time to do those other tests. And next week is our final week of the self-development brunch. The topic I cannot remember. I think maybe it's education. But we have one more and we will have completed our circle of life. So then you can go back and you can see which of the 12 areas are the ones that you would rate yourself the lowest and the ones that need the most attention. Maybe career and finance and health is all really great for you, but maybe relationships is the area that you need to focus on in 2021. Likewise, it might be everything else is great, your relationships, your career, your health, but maybe your finances are the one thing you need to work on in 2021. So you guys decide. The recordings are all up in the group, and I will see you all next week. So have a lovely day, everyone. And I think I need a nap. Goodbye.